Bam.
Hi, this is Einar Haraldsson, and you are watching Break It Down Show.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. The Break It Down show coming at you. We're international. As many of you know, we have many guests on from many countries. And today we have included Iceland to this list. And I just think that's super fantastic. Einar is an actor, former police officer turned actor. And so I guess where I have to start, and I'm sure you get questions like this all the time. When Eurovision, the movie comes out, and you're actually from Iceland, do you look around and go, what do I got to do to get a part in the movie about my damn country?
I have lots of movies here in Iceland, and now I'm trying myself international, and I have upcoming 2 movies in international. It's one in Switzerland, Swiss movie in June, and in India, another movie.
India.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's a American movie taken in India. It's
Can you
called
yeah.
called the Lost Ship.
Lost City. Okay. When you book a movie in a place like Switzerland or Sweden or Iceland or wherever it is, because you do a lot of perform in a lot of foreign films. What is that casting process like? Because Hollywood is kind of centralized. Maybe you send your video in to somebody, and that casting director may
it's
work on 15 projects in the next 5 years, right? It's a one-stop shop. How do you do it internationally?
Yeah, well, it's very difficult because you have to send it here and there, not all in one place like in America, maybe also. But these directors I'm working for now, I know them personally. So I'm lucky that.
All right. So how do you build up the black book to know all these directors personally? Because again, look, there's, I don't know, what is there, 45 or so countries in Europe?
Yeah. Well, I had a PR in US,
Okay.
but I unfortunately I had to let him go. So I'm standing alone. I'm looking for perhaps a new one.
Yeah.
But that's why it's a little bit harder. But if you know a person who know person, like now I'm taking this in Switzerland, and this director, he knows many directors in Germany, in Spain, all that, and then suddenly I got a message from India, from studio there, one director there. He wants to have me in leading role in his upcoming movie.
That's great.
So I say yeah.
I say yeah. All right. So there's a lot of, because of the difference between the international film scene and the American film scene, and that doesn't even include like India, China, all these other specific spots. But when we examine all of these things, when someone from Germany says, I'm going to make a movie, how does that pay? I mean, look, in America, if you get a lead in a film, there's a good chance, if it's a big movie at all, you've made enough money for several years. I mean, it's a substantial paycheck, right? What is that like for someone on the international market?
Did you know that India is 10 times bigger than America in the movie business?
It is.
They are. So for that movie, I don't need to be worried the next few years.
Yeah, no, that's nice. And same thing with China, when China makes a movie and everything.
Yeah.
One of the things I've noticed about watching European, specifically European foreign films, they look and feel different than American films. I'm going to say, and I'm going to do my best at describing something that people may not realize. Maybe they don't watch a lot of foreign films, or maybe they don't watch many American films, but American films are a little bit more, they're a little more polished. They're a little more make-believe. Whereas like if you see a film from like a German or a Swedish filmmaker, they have what I will say is regular looking people that look like the people that would have the job. It's like, oh, you're a cop and you're beautiful. Like, or is it like, hey, this is what a cop really looks like. Like someone cast you as a cop. You were a cop. You were a police. You know what these people look like. And so it's like Hollywood values like this different kind of appearance, right? Whether it's the beauty of the person or the filter on the camera or the perfection of the shot. Like a lot of these movies that I watch that are European, there's a lot of grade A's, and you're like, well, it's grade A today. We're just going to go ahead and go out and shoot, and the colors are those colors. So, I don't know. What are your thoughts of the aesthetic between the American movie marketplace and then the European one?
Well, it's a like you said, it's a difference. The different like all this. I call it OA movie in America. Too much OA. In Europe, they are like a real. That is what happened.
Right.
But
what is OA? Explain that to me.
It means it's too much action, too much, yeah, too much unreal.
Right. Right. And even the reality,
like that in America, I don't know.
No,
I have been in 2 movies in America, but they were cowboy western. So that's otherwise.
Yeah. So what kind of movies do you like in general? Not to make, but just to watch. Like, what's your sweet spot for you if you're going to sit down?
Action movie.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get into the States market. For example, I want to go get into some kind of like a FBI or NCSI,
right?
Where I know how it is, because as a former police officer, I was also in the International Police Association. I know how internationally they work. I've been in with the police in LAPD for 6 weeks to see how they work. So I know how it is. I want to go in that business there. I'm hoping, praying.
Well, every little step. I'll connect with some people that I know. Not that I know anybody important, but I know a couple of people in that line of work and who've crossed over into the movie side. So I guess the action films are your favorite genre. Is that for making and for watching then, or is that like what you want to watch and you like to make dramas or something?
Making them.
Okay.
I watch them also, of course.
Yeah. What is the most famous movie that comes out of Iceland? Not Eurovision.
Yeah, we have the American-made movie. Iceland is called Hollywood of the North because most of the American movies are made here in Iceland.
Yeah, who would have thought that, right?
Yes, who would have thought that? They all come here to make a movie. We call it Tom Cruise and Clint Eastwood, and they all come here to make their movies.
When you're
Star Wars was made here.
Was it really? Some of the Star Wars things, like Hoth and all that stuff. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
When you look at the, let me back up. You were a police officer in Iceland. What kind of police officer were you? What kind of a job is that? Like here, look, it depends on where you're at, but it can be a very, very, very dangerous job. We have a lot of crazy people here in the United States, right? So what is it like, and what kind of a cop were you? Were you like a town cop who protected people, city cop? What were you?
I was here in Reykjavik. I was there. I was also in outside the Reykjavik in small like a sheriff in this city. But here in Iceland, we don't carry a gun. Police officers don't carry a gun, but we have our SWAT team. So,
you guys don't carry guns. Do the criminals carry guns?
No. So, I say they are not allowed to come to Iceland.
Right.
But now they say that the Eastern people, mafia, is coming here now. They use weapons. That's why we had to have a SWAT team to take care of them. We have the nearly the best SWAT team in the world. Yeah. I cannot hear you.
Why would Iceland spend the time and resources to develop the best SWAT team in the world? I mean, it's a tiny country. You guys seem relatively peaceful. What's the is there a need for a hyper efficient good SWAT
Yeah,
team?
yeah. Nowadays, it's needed because we see in our there's lots of crimes. People who are coming from Lithuania, Belarus, or whatever it comes from Russia. Not now today, but before they
Yeah.
they come here. Bulgaria.
The so in general, the people from Iceland, you guys don't really commit crimes against one another then, for the most part. I mean, obviously the humans are humans, they're going to do things, but most of the crime is driven by outsiders.
No, not really. No, I cannot say that. But the most dangerous crime it's made of foreigner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Did you like being a cop?
Yeah. I started at 74 and ended 93. I loved my job. I was, like I said, I was Secretary General for International Police Association,
Yeah.
which is like all police officers around the world are in this association.
Right.
Yeah,
Let's get back to acting.
yeah.
You're a cop. It's 1993 or so. You're like, I'm going to retire soon. I think I'll become an actor. How did you get to that decision, man?
Yeah. When I was in the police, like I said, I was invited to LAPD for 6 weeks, and my colleagues there, most of them colleagues, they were bodyguards for celebrities, and I was driving with them around the city, and they said, "Okay, we will take you up there to visit their clients." So I met a few there. That's they gave me this celebrities. They gave me my idea. So after I retired, I went to the school here in acting. So I haven't stopped. I love being in front of the camera.
Have you felt like you've always wanted to be an actor, even as like a little kid? When was this truly born in you, where you're like, I need to do this? And then when did you transition to I actually can do this?
When I started, actually, before was when I was young, I was not interested. I was only interested to watch movies. But after I retired, then I think about why not go in school. See, I talked to the teachers and said, "Am I too old to start in this to learn how to be actor?" And they said, "No, you're never too old." So that's why I decided to. 2005 was my time I started.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. When did you realize you could do this for a living and actually like survive on it?
I was not thinking about that because I'm retired and I have my pension, and
Right.
yeah, but then I just take all what comes here in Iceland, small jobs or like that, and then when I get these big movies in the world, these 2 movies, then I think that's the time I will hit Hollywood.
Yeah. Yeah. I know you're an actor, so you can play any role, but what do you think? What do people, when casting directors see you, what do they want to see in you? Like, what is your truth before you open your mouth?
They see how confident I am in front of the camera. I can speak to everyone and about anything. I tell the directors my meaning of his job.
Mm-hmm.
It's my first when I went to my first assignment in I said to them, because I was a detective in this TV series here, and I told them that we don't work like this. And they said, "How do you know?" Because I'm former policeman. Oh,
Yeah.
really? That's
Yeah.
that's oh they wake up. Okay, very good. Good to have one former.
Right.
So yeah, they look into the person. If you're confident in front of the camera, can you do the lines properly? Yeah,
When you have notes for a part, especially when it comes to police parts, look, I mean, I know as much as you do, police officers in rural areas are different than city cops.
yeah.
Cops in America are different than cops in Italy.
Hmm.
German cops, totally different. I'm not saying anybody's not professional, but the approach to policing is quite different. Like when I was a kid and I was in the army in 94
Yeah.
or 95, we got pulled over and this is in Germany, right? And one of the kids got told to shut up because we were running our miles, being drunk and being happy and everything, and
Hmm.
he didn't. And then he got the butt of a nightstick in his mouth. Not bad enough to do anything bad, but he was told to shut up and didn't shut up. And then we're like, oh, we're all supposed to shut because you can't do that, in the US. Like you can't just get popped in the mouth before you, and
No.
we didn't even do anything wrong, right?
Uh,
Um, so how different are the different countries in the way they police, and how much do you know about that?
they are way different. For example, it's a huge difference like between police officer in the US and police officer in Iceland or police officer in Germany or in Spain. That's a huge difference because, of course, they are not allowed to, like you said, to hit anyone. I know that. I know that for sure. They are not allowed to do it. But I saw many things, which is I just wow.
Yeah, yeah,
It's a huge difference.
it's a
I can
huge
tell.
difference.
Yeah,
Yeah,
huge difference.
but you also know what it is to be a cop, and there are some universal truths in
Yeah.
policing. So, what are those universal truths about cops, like that no matter what country the cop is supposed to be from, and you're going to play him? What do you know about police officers? That's always true.
I know for one thing, all persons have to go through the academy, and they have to learn their rules and their law and all about how to handle a person. So I yeah, I was in Denmark. I have been in Denmark. I have been in Italy. I have been in 34 countries to see how the was. After I was finished these 34 countries, I was told to make a report, what I saw, what they did, and what they. Uh, that's what I did.
Yeah.
I made a report and just yeah. Then there they said, oh yeah, it's not good.
Not good.
Is it really like that? I said, yeah, this is what I see.
When you come to America and you see the LAPD, one of the things I often say about, especially LA County, the sheriff's office, right?
Yeah.
When you work the LA police beat, whether you're a city or county, the highest reaches of your altitude wise, it's thousands of feet up. You can be in the snow or the beach
Uh-huh.
in the
Uh-huh.
same city. It's incredible, right? It's an
Yeah.
incredible.
It,
And then socioeconomic, you have people that are broke and live in very, very rough places, and you have people that live in Bel Air, which
uh-huh.
is full of not just millionaires, but like billionaires, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So when you go as this guy from Iceland, from this tiny little island where everybody knows everybody and everything else, to LA, that's got to blow your mind.
Yeah. That I got first when I went there, I was a little bit shocked.
Yeah,
I went. I They said, okay, come, my friend, come with us. Now we will drive around.
yeah,
I sit in front of in the car, and the first thing he said, you see, this is a shotgun here. This is your responsibility. You take care of it if something happened.
yeah,
I said, okay, okay. And when I was with them, both day and night, I was in a helicopter, and I was with the sheriff in sheriff department also. they just for me it's just, are they actors or what are they doing? It's just like they are acting for me. It's like a small show business for
Yeah.
me. I saw definitely they did that, but I knew better than what they were doing. Something I saw was not good, was not real.
Right.
But I just close my mouth, close my eyes.
What did you see that was good, or what? Again, LA is a complex place. I can't even tell you how many nations are represented inside LA County. I mean, it's got to be over 100 different nationalities that are in LA, right? So what was good, and then what was surprising at the complexity of it?
We went one night. I was in Mexican area where all the Mexicans are, and when we drove the main street, we were always 4 or 5 cars together because it was dangerous to be alone on the street.
Right.
But when we were driving there, the car behind us,
Okay.
they got shot. They shoot. And the first thing was always the gun first. Always
Right.
the gun first. I was Jesus Christ, can I live? Can I survive?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I survived this
Yeah.
6 weeks.
But that it is a different world, right? There's like an open
Sure.
fight with
Yeah,
police
yeah,
officers here in the
yeah,
US, and
yeah.
I don't think you guys have as much of that in Iceland. That's just my guess. And so it makes policing harder, right? Like when you have to go into this area where it takes 2 or 3 squad cars
Uh-huh.
to
I
patrol. It's a
yeah,
lot.
I say also, no wonder they are only 20 years in the service if they can reach 20 years, and
Right.
no wonder they are like how they are. But I would never to
Yeah.
be a police officer in that kind of country. And this is not the worst city. LA
Right.
is not the worst city.
No. No, it's
No,
not. No.
no.
Yeah. It is big and complex, and that
Yeah.
makes it very, very hard. Yeah, and I
Uh-huh.
guess the other thing is in at least in our nation, we have a very contentious relationship with our police force. They're
Mhm.
the one branch of the government that can at any moment snatch your freedom away from you at
Yeah.
any
Yeah.
time. So
Mhm.
even if you're not ideologically opposed to the police, just the concept that they're there is not often is not a trusting relationship
Yeah.
because there are cops that overstep their bounds, that overstep their authority, and that doesn't do a good thing. I'm not saying all police officers, but we have this
Uh,
real challenge with
yeah.
police. What is it like in Iceland? How are you guys received? How do Icelanders see their police force?
The Icelanders love the police force. We are top of the list of the favorites of the Icelanders.
Right, right. How physically demanding is that job?
Well, today, when I was there for many years ago, it was very relaxed.
Yeah,
And could be on a night I could walk alone through all the city. And today, they cannot. There are only 3 in a car. They have to be in a car.
wow.
It's a huge difference now.
Yeah, is it better?
No, worse.
Worse, yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's something to having a cop on his feet in that town, like having a beat. I think there's something to that because here in America, we've gotten to the point where if something happens, you're almost obliged to put that person into the system.
Hmm.
The local police officer doesn't have the ability to go, listen, I'm going to cut you a break. Like that's kind of gone away for us, right? Because
Yeah,
of
yeah,
insurance and other reasons. But if you got a cop who's part of the town,
yeah,
it's I think it's a different thing. What are your thoughts?
yeah. It is. It's a. Yeah, I don't know how to say it. Um, it's a. It's a. Yeah, yeah. I cannot explain. Maybe when police officers who are retired We meet. We gathering once a week, to have a coffee, everybody, and there we solve all the problems in the police force.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we talk about what could go better, what could go worse,
Yeah, yeah,
and yeah, and the chief of police, they listen to us. We give them my idea how we do, because today it's only young people. They're just coming from the school. We said it's a teenager. They don't know anything about the life.
yeah, yeah.
They only come from the school. They don't know what is the real life.
Right, right. What is real life?
Your real life is like you know how the real life is. You can go and walk with your family. We can go in the shop to handle and buy something and that's a real life. But they only see the police officers. They are so much police officers. They cannot handle small things.
Hmm.
Not even that.
Right. Is that teachable, or is that just a new time that they've got to deal with new problems, new challenges?
Yeah, yeah, it is a new challenges and new problems. Before, these problems today were not
Right.
available when I was in the police force.
Do you have a big problem with drugs in Iceland?
No, not big problems. We have a problem, but not big problem.
Okay. And then I guess, well, let's get back into acting because I want to get back into that. Are you also writing some things, or are
No,
you strictly acting?
I strictly acting. I've been asked to write even a story about myself,
Right.
but I said no.
Oh, why not?
Maybe one day I will do that, but I don't know.
But why not write about yourself? I mean, you have to have fascinating stories all day long. You were a cop for 20 years.
Yeah, and I have been traveling worldwide, so yeah, I could tell a story. I can make a small movie about it.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. Has anyone captured Iceland well in a movie that we'd all recognize?
I beg your pardon?
Has anyone captured Iceland in a movie, like in a movie that we would all know, not like a movie that an international movie that we've all seen? Has
Uh,
anyone captured the essence of Iceland?
yeah, yeah, I think so.
Which movies?
We it's for example, Meg, the shark with Jason Statham.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. One of our best actors was in that. He played the not the lead role, but big part of that.
Yeah.
And many of our actors, they have been in many of these big movies. Iceland is well known by all actors and directors around the world.
I guess I'm not asking about Iceland actors in big
Uh,
movies, but I do want to hear
uh,
about that. I mean, like when someone makes a movie about
yeah,
Iceland,
yeah.
the country, the
Uh,
people, like Eurovision was set in part in Iceland. Is that
uh,
accurate for what Iceland is? Is there a better movie? Like if we want to learn about Iceland, be like, that's what the Icelandic people are like. What movie do we watch?
yeah, I think we have old old movies made here in Iceland about Icelanders, how they were before, and how they are today. Uh, I think you can all see that in the YouTube. Uh, all these fascinating stories about Iceland and Icelanders
Yeah.
today and before.
All right. Yeah, that's cool. What projects are you working on right now?
My project now is in Switzerland. There's a No Time to Think. It's an action thriller movie
Okay.
in June, and in November it's in India. It's The Lost Ship.
Oh, The Lost Ship. Right. We use
Yeah,
that image for the show. Yeah.
yeah. So this is my two upcoming, And then it's I have been asked in the US about some like a fairy tales movie. And also they are going to take a movie here in Iceland, Christmas movie.
Yeah.
They want to make it here in Iceland because they want to have a real snow. So
You guys have that.
yeah, we have a real snow here. He said, the director said, yeah, we can make a snow in Hollywood. It's okay, but it's not a real snow.
Yeah. Yeah. What? So you have these projects coming out. The movie,
Yeah.
The Lost Ship. What's that about? What's your role in it?
And my role is I'm the master of the ship,
Okay.
and he is. It's about Hitler, Adolf Hitler, and his gold, and what me and the captain, we will steal the gold and take it to India, and yeah, it's about that. I cannot say anymore.
Of course.
Yeah.
But it's based on a true story.
Yeah, it's based on a true story. Yeah.
Okay. What did you know that story before you got involved?
Yeah. I knew about the story, and the director said when he want me to send him the like a reel so he can see how I would do my things and do my work, and I did that. I had to collect beer and I had my beer here, and I would have a beer in the movie.
Yeah.
So now it's about it's a I will be in a main role, me and the captain of the ship.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And there's a 3 American actors, one woman from Philippines, and the one from Switzerland, and me, and a few Indian actors.
Okay. And then who do you want to work with? Let's say in Hollywood, like who are some people that you're like, oh man, I can't wait to work with so and so.
I want to work with like Sylvester Stallone. I want to work with Jason Statham. I want to work with The Rock. Yeah.
So just some minor names.
Yeah, this is only a few names I remember.
Yeah.
And also Sandra Bullock. And yeah.
So, okay, those are huge names. Who are some people when you see them on screen, you always love their work? Who are some of the lesser known, but still successful actors that you think of?
Ooh. Which one? Yeah. I think I would like to. I'm not sure which one.
Yeah.
I don't mind which one. I can work with everyone, of course.
Of course. All right. Anyone. Right. Yeah. Do you do any voiceover work at all?
No.
No voiceover work. Are you willing to, or just you don't?
Yeah.
Yeah. What accents can you do? Like, is it simple for you to do, like, say, Norwegian or English?
Yeah. Danish.
Oh, what's a Danish accent sound like?
Yeah, Danish is. I can say it in Danish. Jeg hedder Einar. Jeg fra Iceland, og jeg en skuespiller.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
great.
Danish. Yeah, this means I'm Einar Haraldsson. I'm from Iceland, and I'm an actor.
Yeah. I actually understood that because I speak a little bit of German, and German and Danish are very similar.
They say the Icelandic language is similar. If you hear it, listen, it's like a Dutch or Finnish.
Mm. Yeah. So it's more of like an accent and a dialect than a full different language in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
What's something that we don't know about Iceland that we should?
There are many things you you don't know about Iceland. We have, of course, you know that we have a volcano and waterfalls and hot springs and beautiful mountains. And this is all. We have all one big package for a tourist.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited to go there at some point and go check it out.
Yeah.
The just the beauty and just it's just one of those places that calls to me, you know. And I
Yeah.
knew I was in the military, and planes often fly through to Reykjavik and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I never quite got there.
I was last year. I was escorting one American couple. Yeah, they came here and they asked me to guide them. I took them here around Iceland and I took them to where some of these movies have been made, like Batman and James Bond and all that. Oh, that was so. They love this place.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's stuff. We love that kind of stuff for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, you've got a movie in the works from Switzerland and the one coming up in England later in the year. What do
Yeah.
you do day to day? I mean, obviously you're chasing jobs, trying to get, acting gigs, but
Yeah.
it's, you're not doing that for 80 hours a week. So what do you do the
No,
rest of the time?
I'm pension. I'm on pension. I have
Yeah.
my money from the government.
Yeah.
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 That's
But I mean,
what I
like,
do.
what do you do day to day? I don't mean like, I know you make money, but like, what
I
do you
was
do with the rest of your day when you're not
I
acting?
was for example, I was today all day. I was on set with the two of the most excited actors and actresses here in Iceland. We were on set all day, and I always get something small, and I take it all. I help the schools and acting here
Yeah.
for
Okay.
their jobs, and so I have lots to do.
Oh yeah. I'm positive that you do, even though you're a pensioner and you get your money from the government.
Yeah.
What is one habit that you just can't seem to break? And you're old enough now that you might be like, I'm just never going to break this habit. What's
No.
a bad habit that you got?
Bad habit. My bad habit is why I'm not stop working when I'm on pension. Why do I have, why
Right.
do I have to continue work?
Yeah.
When I can relax.
Yeah.
It's a bad habit.
But you love it though, right? I mean,
I
like
love it. Yeah.
acting and teaching acting and
I
being
lo-
around it.
Yeah,
You
I
love
love it. I love
Yeah.
it.
So is it work?
Yeah.
Okay. It is work. Okay.
Yeah.
Why is it work? And why is it not just, I love every minute of it?
Yeah. When I'm in the acting school, I don't get any payments for it. I only get my experience. I said to them, I said to these students, "You are the future. You don't pay me anything
Right. Right.
because one day I might need you."
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
Actually, I've been asking you a load of questions. You want to ask me anything?
First, where are you located?
I'm in Orange County. I'm sort of close to Disneyland and the beach.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All
Yes.
right. Orange
Yeah.
County in Cali.
In Cali. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
I've been many times there. I've been up in Orange County. Yeah. I've been in Bakersfield and
Oh, wow.
up north, San Francisco,
Yeah.
all that.
What do you like best in California? What are your best things?
Best things is the weather when it's good. When it's good weather.
Yeah.
But California is my favorite spot in the world.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you go near the snow when you're here, or do you want to get near the beach and everything else?
No,
'Cause you already get plenty of snow at home.
we have a snow here. I'm not going to get it anywhere else.
Oh, yeah.
Near the beach. I live when I'm living in Santa Monica.
Uh-huh.
Area there,
That's not bad living there. That's not bad.
yeah.
Would you move to Hollywood? Like if you got busy, like let's say
Yeah.
you get a job on a
Uh,
procedural, right?
uh-huh.
You're going to be on CSI or one of those
Yeah.
kind of shows.
Uh,
Would you enjoy living in LA?
yeah.
Yeah. What part of
Definitely.
town would you live in? Would you live in Santa Monica,
Yeah.
Malibu? Where would you live?
No, Santa Monica. Yeah, Santa Monica and Malibu also. I've been there also. Yeah.
Yeah. Would you want to live in those places or would you live somewhere?
Venice also.
Yeah. Van Nuys? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Van Nuys.
Yeah.
Not bad there. That's not bad.
No.
Um, yeah, that's crazy. Would you move to India if they are like, hey, we got work for you for the next 5 years?
No.
All right, why not?
Because I don't know, but I know when I got this spot, this lost ship, I know they have been asked to take more other movies
Right.
and Bollywood movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I have said, yeah, I will look into it and I will see, but I will
Yeah.
never live it. They have to give me a big palace.
Not the pensioner's palace. I see.
No.
Oh, that's damn funny. What else do you want to ask me?
Yeah. Are you retired?
No, not really. I have a disability pension of sorts from the
Okay.
military.
All right.
I did a lot of time in combat zones.
Uh-huh.
So I always have money coming in, but it's not very much. It's not retirable. I have to
Oh.
work on top of that. So I do this show and I get paid for this and for advising people on podcasts.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yes, it is. Matter of fact, as I'm pitching and plugging things, you can always go to the Break It Down store. You can go to breakitdownshow.com and click on the store link. There's all kinds of shirts and stuff there. We're going to have some more things. I'm just about to finish up some new products. You can always go there and support the Break It Down show, or go to the PayPal link just above that and click and create your own subscription. And that's what you can do to support the show. I know that everybody watching, you guys enjoy what I do. You see how hard I work. Shows almost every day, sometimes twice a day. So you know that I'm working, and all I'm asking is if you kick in a couple of dollars a month, that helps out a lot. It helps keep me going on the road, replacing gear, doing marketing, all of these things that it costs to run a little business. All right, back to Einar. All right. Are you trying to convince any of your friends, your pensioner friends, to get into acting with you? You're like, this is the best gig. Come on, let's go. Chuck or Fred or whoever.
Yeah. When we are sitting together, all the pensioners, police officers, they admire that I've got into the acting. They said, "Oh my God, you're a great. You said, why not do that also? It's lots of time to do that now. Now we have all the time in the world.
We have all the time in the world.
Yeah.
What do you not have enough time for, though? You have all the time in the world, but there are certain things you just can't do. There's just no time left for that. Because you actor, it takes a commitment to act, right?
Uh-huh.
So what do you want to do, but you just don't have time for?
What I want to travel. I want to travel all around the world.
Right.
But I don't have a time for that.
What places call to you then for travel? Like, where do you I got to get to such and such a place?
My favorite place is Hawaii.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hula.
Yeah. Well, you're an islander, right? Of course you like islands.
Yeah.
Are there two opposite places on the earth than Iceland and Hawaii?
Yeah, I've been many times in the Philippines. My wife is from Philippines.
Right.
We have a house there.
Nice.
We have been many times in Spain.
Okay.
My in-laws lives there. So I have a family in Denmark.
Yeah.
I've been there many times.
Do you have any family in the southern hemisphere? You've got the eastern and western hemispheres covered. What do you have in the southern?
The southern would be Spain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Close enough.
My in-laws is there. I'm trying to find some relatives in the US. I cannot find.
Well, we can be brothers. We can.
Yeah. Good.
You got a brother in Orange County now. Have you ever thought about doing that ancestry? Do you guys know about this thing We have like
Yeah,
this DNA. You spit in a little thing, and they send it
yeah,
off. You're like, I'm related to like all these people in Sweden and Norway and
yeah.
everything.
We have it here. It was
Yeah,
yeah. We have it here. I know. I'm a relative in a king of somewhere in Norwegian country.
right, right. Do you guys get into that, or is it just like is that more of an American thing? Do you think?
Yeah, we have. It was giving a book out about my, well, for example, my all my family, whole around the world, a huge book where I can look who is it, where do I, is it my uncle, is it that my uncle, or we can look into the book. Yeah, we can.
Yeah, yeah. Well, listen, I don't want to take too much of your time. I know you're a pensioner and you got a lot of things on your plate. Do you
Oh,
do you want to say anything in closing at all, like about obviously Lost Ship or anything you want to plug? But is there anything else you want to close with?
yeah. Like I said to you, my my deepest biggest dream is go to US and be there in some of the TV series and the movies. Hollywood is my dream.
Yeah.
Um, and the people who wants to look me up, he can go in my website. I have a website, www.einarharaldsson.com, and I am on Facebook and Instagram.
The link to Einar's website is right there, just below my finger. You can always go there to look up what he does. If you're interested in hiring him for some acting jobs or whatever, that's great. Or if you just want to look the dude up and say, man, that guy seems awesome, that's where you go. Einar, I say the German style, Einar Haraldsson. And all right, stand by, Einar. I'll be right back. I'm going to shut the show down. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for watching the show. I really appreciate it. Right here, you can subscribe. Please do that. It makes the show grow. Hit that notification bell so you know which incredible guest is coming up next. Down below is the PayPal link. You can put a small subscription in. That is an enormous help. All that money goes right back into the show. And then right up over here are the next episodes you should listen to, curated by yours truly. Thank you so much for watching the Break It Down Show.